they talked about your friend the Mahama case. Me pocho. The Mahama case now was abano. Onye anything new. Kufo NPP kufo ne health insurance policy no was beno. On a way cha. Sikana allocation or do kohon chairman. Oye 419 policy be awarded but confusing.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, chair. When you come and meet an infrastructure, a policy, and then you just take away a percentage of the allocation, and then you come with an enactment to say there, okay, Sikana or there, it will create 3 times. I don't see the need to read it the 4th time. I've read the judgment 3 times. Nowhere in the charge sheet, nowhere in the judgment is there stated they want to make that galamsey. Must you uncle 20 years? We must see where Obieko 2 gold will want to me as so. One can say want to me near Dean Crawford Koye.
Yes, yes, on my home
without any paper. Do they need evidence, Chairman?
Well,
Chairman, Okoto Dianibujo, justice must be seen to be done. You know, media, Abia would the propaganda no, and they would make to me, I say you obedient. But at China, no one is out to me, I would be a propaganda. Into say, no, say a kasa. Maybe they should tolerate our noise. Maybe a bebe one kasa.
Greetings to my MP or Sahin. Okasa or nobody.
Mean to me, yes, Ada.
One can be asa.
Mpacho, bomb tape no. Mpacho, me response ani tape no. The Ayeka or bo sebi or ye penny or ye mami moi. Yes, I need to tell me. But tape no. Say they are medical cano. You know, NDC for no. A part of propaganda beer. Omoye say, and I'm say, yeah, the mono I successful no. Omonfa bibi entum from him, and I leave everything to her own good conscience. I mean, tape no. If I would tape beer, I just say, sebi, baby, I me tipe duya. Ya de party asha mensa ewo parliament sebe minim se metumi ayem from so de ba sebe metumi ahwe o maami pani anim akasa de a omumbo tape no
ntenya no kwe
man nyina wo chance wo de research de wo ye ntem bumbo tape no maami because you see I was also deliberate in my choice of words. Where the be a free man no buy no man come out of emotion. Me come out of deliberate communication style.
Talking about
wait.
Okay, what you have to say one can say.
Abusia wada Roma, we de mamenchi a na me mo akwa aba kwan so no koso na me fa wombra Randy J report so. Na se de nyina ni mo no mprempren de oba o my Ghana mu a kamya ye se wono mu a wo mu eye adwuma ewo ye mbra hye bedwafiem ana se wono mu a wo mu edi akotene wo ya tentre na adwumadie mu wono nyina sisi a mo no kasa de wono makwan ya wono ekọ ahomgiem ya sisi a de omu nyina wo fie ya wono eji wono ahom ewo mu se openipa ya ona da mbra hye bedwafo na no me kire speaker of parliament e de krata babonten ise imputupuru opese wotimi no mu hia bia na wotwe a ewo mu ya na se na wotwe a yebesi mu na wono wo twentwe ne ma bia ho abahia imprempren ya na no da nchen de asisi a me no kase de ya lawyer for ya judge for ya ne ho ahom nyina wono mkofie ewo mu se omu ahomgie mu de na nso so attorney general to ne sa se ensemba akumienu bititru ya yefa MPP amunyokuo mu ade hye no de eno de ye ma kwan kwatena fie eno de ede ya yebedi eno kura mpa kofa insensem bebre ne mentem ho ase bebre no ade aba ya wonom kyesa de ntina ya ma kwan kofie na ye nko asem we nko ade opese wodi ne hyew so de nko na ye pam ne ade ade ya ne so enanye ho ena meko openipa ya wo komra se bedwafie mu a wono ne da edom kuma no ano mekire MPP minority no one ye leader honorable Kwamena Afenyo Makin wasahene ene onyakwakoko pie mu ewo Peace FM ne Kwame Sefa kan ko bonkomo na in fact metie interview ne nsemo a ene Afenyo Makin ehwie ede agu ho no Sefa kan ho adwire no Sefa kan ho adwire ne papa se ye ni oman mra hye bedwafiem anase ye nim de ekoso won krata asemu ewo man Ghana ha de se ya danso ye na agu abontene papa ya danso so ye nan egu abontene wonyadaje bibi mu fifi mu na wama ebia ko NDC fu ani papa bo anamo bia wonum etuo ya wosusu se enya de se ede nkabo mu ɛde atɛntrene na ɛbɛboa nso ama kabima ka bi nso atumi akɔ so ɔman Ghana mu ha na nsɛm deɛ topical issues or discuss yɛ no deɛ buruburu gyaa mɛpɛ sɛ deɛ woyɛ biara no wobɛpɛ brɛ kakra na wanya adagye na watie wɔsahene ɛnɛ ne interview yi a ɔkɔkɔyɛ ne Peace FM na nneɛma a wabɔ ne tɔfa ɛwɔ hɔ nom no wɔn so watumi anya mu ɛkyɛfa no bi wadaroma mɛsrɛ so wadaroma mɛsrɛ na wa like video no ɛde ama me afei nso so wahyɛ wotie bi nso a na nso so wode wadwenkyerɛ aba yɛn nyinaa kankenkan adwenkyerɛ no bi na yɛntimi nsua mu adeɛ yɛntie interview no.
Minority Leader Kwamina Afenyo Marking, aka Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Marking, aka Osahin, aka Leader. NPP over the weekend. Elections everywhere. Ihuneden.
Well, music and Mbobia Nabado, the entire party, party in opposition, but the enthusiasm, the level of participation, obia per party. It starts from constituency level. The way Anang Crawford will show interest. Bepem Saturday. Oye me feel only there. There was less acrimony. You know, people. People focused on one campaign, and eventually, after 6 o'clock, Imunden Crawford sent congratulatory message. Zima winners, and as people conceding defeat. For me, that in itself was a big message. The party na crowd there over capture power. There was something happened last week. The Ayawaso West Wugon. What constituency election, and something happened. I think the women organizer position. I think Oyan Crawford being a contested. I was impressed with what I saw on social media. Because on the way ballot papers now was sorting. One lady's agent, I think, signaled her there. A chronos a door switching, and straight away, or concede, even before, I think was lady or friend is in Kamenum anyway. And I was impressed. And later, I'm told she's been appointed a deputy women organizer.
Oh, that's it.
War to original election, I saw on social media how the two women organizers, the crown and the deputy, they were working together and all of that. I think the party in Bokonokana, I party in Bono, we don't need to be friends to love, but we must love one another and understand that our party first. Politics, no munsampi. Debia makade, on your part a radio duna, waka party asema. Bibi ya udawa ekasha roba and abakasa is a tier party member. One way yebutum ye close your ranks and the yebutum ya contain yankasa yehu how problems about party ma yebutum na ya solve. Going into 2028, hard work, but hard work we are unity is nothing. So hard work, unity will be equal to power. Say a croye and a jumazena ba yebenya nkunimzi. Yenye nkunimza oba start with parliament. Yebenya majority or parliament. Then yenya jubilee as a bonus, not Dr. Baumia Bezi president. MPP baby a ye vote ne kase bapa says ya may expect that after what we saw on Saturday, Central Region, Greater Accra, Eastern Region, and on Ashanti Region. The chairman for Anani, Oya Chairman Koka, Chairman Jeff, Chairman Esibu, and a Chairman Okoboy. I'm expecting a very solid pact that these four chairpersons would form a certain pact to be na woni flag bearer atum atran wo edikukom nkomo.
Central, Eastern, Greater Accra, Ashanti.
Perfect. Them 4 chairpersons.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a certain bond, a pact.
Nketahuzi?
Yes. I want flag bearer katsine dame. One enum ne pe. Na wezi nkomo deda sonko.
Why those 4?
Yeah, because strategically, no. You hear them 4. You see, Greater Accra is the most populated region in the political calendar. You know? Central, ye key. Ebesha President Kufuor, o wini Central, ena power ne bay.
2000.
204 so, do na woki President Mills, ena oye candidate for NDC. But 204, when the NDC football almost in power, but Central we won 16 seats.
Okay.
And Victory Bay.
Into no friend swing region.
Swing. And
Hakwa.
Coastals, you know, our Morte. And then Eastern region, Yanka swing here in base. But Ebesha 2024, young ones in Krofum. So it is about using the asset we have in Eastern region. I will call it the brine factor. Okay?
The brine factor.
The brine factor. Baby, I do know. No crobby or one or day in Ayeka. Brina Champion's impact in say Eastern region. You may not like him, but you cannot also take it for granted.
Okay.
He is a force, especially Okro, a flag bearer ship. He has some 18%, 19% across board. I think that the region can rally around him.
Okay. Together
with the new leadership, all MPs. This is not the time I see ego ego will not give us power. Oh, ego on for power. Let's draw on one another's strength. Rally around one solid force in the region. And say that harvest every vote. MPP ye to grassroots in ase na ya twe vote nyinara. Then if you come to Greater Accra, which is the most populated region when it comes to the electoral register now, we have 120 in Greater Accra before. We can win 20 out of the 34 seats and even more. So old hands are why ye be da rallying behind Okoboy as the regional chairman, and all of us who are doing the politics here, making an input and identifying the constituencies behind dynamics and getting the vote out are very important. Then above all, Almighty Ashanti, NDC, we should keep them at maximum 20%.
This is 33.
Yes, I know, I'm coming there. NDC, we should keep them at maximum 20%. And harvest our vote and harvest it well. I am impressed with the effort of some of our leaders in Ashanti region. There may be challenges in one way or the other, but largely, party no amenumudu in Ashanti. Chairman Koka, me na ye juma da minim. Oya me do there immediately after the election. Naro tuna na mon crop Kokofuo. Kokofuo me in serve wa parliament.
Yeah.
He very hard-working, loyal party member. They working together. We have giants like Napo,
former running mate,
running mate, why education minister, energy minister, why director of elections of the party. emi de bia me kada napo nkrofo nhye dan hu ne talent ye emi o training 2012 when I was a candidate. And when I came to parliament too, I saw him in action. But party na no dubia nyimpa say wo mu dodo mbojo atmasa
Mete.
enti no say ye je ni nyina to nchen Dr. Ayeka free he has his strength. Honorable Chairman Sabonso, he has his strength. Ye nyina yetna ho na what's the Ashanti party no, they are ready to deliver power for the party. It is not about the votes kakrebi enyai. It is about how you get about 80% or more turnout. Because turnout ni here in Ashanti.
And a payment chairman Koka Kasai or say or share 1.1 million people be a OG is a 1 to about 2024 into only age man of production. Is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly the point I'm making. But that would only come if there is unity. You see, I keep saying this because it is our problem. Chairman General, a political party that is very individualistic and there's individual competition cannot get power. A collective spirit is what will give us power. Dr. Baumia or Yenimpa Dr. Baumia or Yenimpa as a flag bearer, no, onto munko baby moye. As a flag bearer, no, now one's in to me, ya or yemi now. Here na ye wasen, ye ne dwumazen na ye ze ba manutum. Inti no baby a ye du no se yentum na yentu yen wensi ho na akoma ze osayaze obi wo ho a oboko radio do ni we free the radio na o akodo no mpo no ebi o ye NDC station na o na okaka party munsam ebia the same asam kronara no ebotum aka no wodem party asam ze won kan wo pado. Yes, sometimes you know some can slip into the media but in the minimum into no eyobi so azibi wo wa na yenya ya hwede look tamazi onye hwe esewie yenkoyeka because ehwe aza akufo beye nzama President Kufo beye na sende ye wo opposition ibi so on the NDC fo no kra abentuma de bia wonya ne baze poti na wo beye chairman ye kwa bokosom kakra from 92 I started kemam nkebi ye bodunde all the major social intervention programs are our abatement NDC zinyimu krumpo. Maybe I can start and cite a few. 1, free compulsory basic education.
FQ.
MPP knows bay.
FQ in your constitutional.
That is a constitutional aspiration.
Okay.
I'm talking about implementation of aspiration.
Okay, me too.
2, health insurance. Kufo. Free maternal care. Kufo. School feeding, Kufo, national ID, a policy, a program that has sanitized the system. Sebio, in there, it is easy for security, the financial sector, GRA to identify fraud, combat crime, and address some of these illegalities in the system. Oye Kufo. TVET, free TVET, Akufo-Addo. STEM, oil science, technical, engineering, mathematics, education, what's it be, oye Akufo-Addo. Free SHS, Akufo-Addo. 1 district, 1 factory, that industrialization drive to create opportunity for private sector, Akufo-Addo. Now, Maslock, Kufo. In the area of agriculture, the cocoa mass spraying exercise Oma Ghana this nya oil. Oma Ghana nya 1 million tons of production.
Cocoa.
Kufo. Then Yembra discovery of oil. For many years, discovering oil was our aspiration. It was Kufo who took the risk and invested in oil discovery for us to get additional source of revenue for national development. Oye Kufo. In fact, Wawu Studio Hara, when oil was discovered,
2007.
yes, and they sent the samples to the castle. May God bless her soul. I'm a benyodo wa ha not. And I'm warrior discussion wa ha also on Jinzi or Yajungu. It was this famous studio.
Yeah.
So I want every MPP bia anopeyorite me obete na supem we bisa no there. Anye biaro NDC fo they had opportunity under Rollins 8 years, Mills Mahama 8 years, and they have another opportunity again. Is there any single intervention, a social intervention program, a policy that Ghana Funina Botume Dion Desede? The more policy the NDC na what bay, and it has even survived. They have implemented it successfully. There's none. Mpocho a metro mass transit a policy Kufo implemented what friend a Kufo bus metro massy on your Kufo not bay. There's nothing like a Kufo a friend and Atamil's bus and now Rollins bus. Kufo is a metro mass bay yet Tunisian Kufo bus. No, I'm saying NDC for 1 year to me. What's your unconfirmed? Which was a good initiative. But dama unconfirmed guinea fowl o collapse. What baby was a unkokon kete and the one kasa when you muto was a unkokon kete no and 1 hour was a one way kunkum unkokon was I unkon. Is this economic policy which will transform lives? They be being you. What bay was it that will be a 24-hour economy? 24-hour economy. Why it be someone pa? Why want to one trim? What's 1 job 3 shifts? One kasempo wonim nazeben morte. So it is clear that as a party, no, anytime I any opportunity, ye to me as in shishay ba otumo Ghana. So if them not za, no yesin to corona, they be a ohoyano. Yen shene yen solving once and for all. Being too individualistic. MPP oya yen fan check.
One fan some check.
Asam ko yebetum ya atwa ono so say yes ye de tumirima Dr. Baumia or de ye yen adwuma ye na yetum ye musa because osa ye ya getting the power will be automatic. Chairman,
Martin,
that is my take.
I'll just come back to you. Obisi, tell Alexander Afenyo Markin to add 1 constituency, 1 ambulance. Nana Akufo-Addo. Obisi, please tell him to remember LEAP. That one is also Kufo. That is from Mahama. Yes. I say also for Ayeka. Francis Yaudaku says, Osahine and Chairman General, how are you doing today? Well, we're fine, thank you. Good morning to you. Thomas says, truth is, MPP is far better than any other party. Okay. And Dr. Bamia is exceptional. That's Thomas Boateng. Tell Afenyo to add youth employment, Kufo. And then Ohini Yeboah says, Afenyo, proper leader and everything else. And then let me see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Greetings to Osahine. I like his boldness. Watching from London, Evans Boateng brings that one in. C. Poku in Paris. Afenyo is an asset to the MPP. We should give him the necessary support. Emmanuel says, I'm watching live from West End Mayfair, Central London. And then Befi in Bantama, forgive me. Befi says, Osahine Afenyo Markin is one of the few individuals who, after MPP lost in 24, have worked really hard against the also reunite our flanks. Kudos to him, Befi from Bantama. Chairman General, kindly say hi to my leader, your leader, everyone's leader, Sam L. Norte in a by. Oh, my brother Kwejo Ahodo. Kwejo says, I was in Ghana. We should have met. It didn't happen. Next time. Kwejo, next time, let's make it happen. Nice to know you came to town. And then Emmanuel Ozu says, I'm enjoying the show. My leader, our leader. And then this one says, minority leader one, or Sahene Afenyo marking. And then tell Afenyo, I don't think there's any big problem in the MPP. Some individuals are just trying hard to bring problem. Gasti Man in Breko, Master Planner Junior Kintampo. Let me just add, free maternity health care was also introduced by Kofo. Osahini has said it all. Oblite says, listening to you live in Kolebu, regards to leader. Okay, Oblite, good morning. And then JC Boako Afenyo, you're a great leader. I like your style of communication. Greetings to Honorable Efrifa, Western Regional Chairman. That's Perpetual. Sent that one. And then Afenyo, please add, this from Jenny Johnson, please add interoperability. And then watching you live from Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Alex, good morning. Thank you, Alexander. School feeding, Kufor. Okay. Chairman, we in the NDC would also say Mahama Cares because it is a great medical intervention. Okay, you say your name is God. And then Afenyo, let me bring back to you.
Chairman,
yes.
We listeners,
yeah.
They've introduced a dimension to the program. Just permit me. And thank them for listening. You see, internet paying for no quar or what I akoshu into mizin kunyimo. So free maternal care or man paying kufoze bay Emma Sebio yen nanuma wofe yifun wo crossing. Wonya wana yeresa. Won call hospital na won charge one.
Yeah.
Kufuor boldly solve the youth employment problem in a way by creating this youth employment policy. And in it was this sanitation program giving rise to the establishment of Zoom Lion.
Yeah.
Across the country, it created new opportunity for jobs at the grassroots level. And one won certificate and we know how Ghana benefited chrome, clean, or prepra. And can ifi and unfortunately, then say flood or bay is because of ifi and our chrome. And one day a clean up we chado. So again, there's no clear policy on even sanitation. But Kufuor addressed the sanitation problem. Now, Akufo had Agenda 111. Agenda 111, they've abandoned it. And it's a major health policy. Take away the politics. Look, still Nkrofu Nkrasa Wonya Spiti. Kolebu is under pressure. Okomfanochi is under pressure. NDC Fusi war year a 24-hour market at the cost of 43 million cedis per market.
For all 261 districts?
Meanwhile, you have these health facilities. First, fix the health facilities. Siri. Na nkrofu wonya wana pomizin. Na wanu gozin kodo. Then you can say that, oh, you want to do a 24-hour market. Na isi market. Na apomizin in you. When a jume in you. Infa na workers go. Especially in Ghana today, a more nebroa we import is cheaper than locally produced rice and maize. Obi di mo odi fi Vietnam or ba Ghana. Na also iduawo emo wo Ghana. Na se wo koto a Ghana de no bo ye zene chen za wo di fi Vietnam. Obi zi ebro or import from Brazil. Na oze ba Ghana nda. Ukwenya we dua ebro wo Ghana no. Na ebro no bo ye zen. So it means that even one NDC for no one policy, there's policy misalignment because they are not investing in agriculture. They talked about your friend the Mahama case. Me pocho, the Mahama case now was abano. On ye anything new? Kufuor NPP Kufuor ne health insurance policy no was a beno. On a way cha, sikana allocation or a dog kohon chairman. or yeah 419 policy be what about confusing.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, chair. When you come and meet an infrastructure, a policy, and then you just take away a percentage of the allocation, and then you come with an enactment to say there, okay, sikana or there, it will create another structure. In any event, there's one thing they have forgotten: hepatitis B. Hepatitis B is killing 10% of our population every year. Ghana Health Service records are there. Hepatitis B or a serious liver infection, inflammation of the liver, or even HIV and other yerba abenedrino. The World Health Organization has reported. The Ghana Health Services has also reported that huge population of Ghanaians are infected by hepatitis B. So if the government really want to address a health problem, they have to look at hepatitis B. Health Minister promised last year that they are looking into it. Many people are suffering from hepatitis B, especially a painful or transmit Yerban was a one number because when you see car was about top a unibi a drunibi when you see campo what a vaccination. So they have failed in that area, and I don't want my good friend to say there's a Mahama care, and perhaps because of politics I'm refusing to say it. NDC has no single social intervention program to their credit.
Let me move on.
And that is a reality.
I'll come back to you. Lawyer Kwame Jan says, Kwame, good morning. Warm regards to my most learned brother, Osahin. Kwame, I am Tano Fufi. Tano Fufi, good morning to you. I know we are live in your track in France. Please greet my mentor, Afenyo. He's always welcome to my house anytime he's in France. Okay. And then this one says, Alexander Afenyo, you're one of the best in the NPP, Eric Boache. And then today in Texas, Afenyo, you were in power for 8 years. Remember, what did you do? Jenny says, Mahama Healthcare is being funded from NHIL. And then tell Osahini to keep up the good work. I'm voting come 2028. The first time since 96. We shall get our Adansi Asukwa seat back. Z-case since that one. Let Afenyo add new houses for judiciary and civil service. Okay. My regards to Osahini, a Dutch hen in the making. Fine politician. Okay, muchacho sense that one. And then Afenyo there is the axis of four, if I should call them that. Central region, Eastern region, Greater Accra and Ashanti should come together, form a nexus. Now, Dr. Baumia, when you need to come, meaning there, new regional chairman. What's saying that over show? Dr. Joseph Kobna Esibo. Central region. What are the plans for Central region? How now new regional chairman?
Well, I can't give the specifics out, but guided by history, we will do what we have to do. By the way, Mr. Father Yesibu, Mr. Father, ne cousin, no, Oyen Wofase.
No, Wofase.
My stepfather is Ayeka Yesibu.
Oh, interesting.
Na officenia, and no Wofase Dr. Yesibu.
Small world.
Because Dr. Yesibu ne papa, or Mr. Father ne first cousin.
Yes.
Nti wo nyina wo ye eja kru wo ye mba. Na Mr. Father ne papa no obo worry wo winiba obo worry abrewa awojedi gati.
Okay.
Nti no won wo batina simpa. Nti sibufu a wo simpa nyina no ofisenya.
Family and friends.
Nti ne danifa chairman, you come almost about 3 hours.
Okay.
It's a dim come, and I told him there, you go by Chairman Kutin ne template. And maybe a Chairman Kutin or will be no pay. Yankuponi share ne cra. A Jumapa obey Nimpaze, Eberiaza Bejuuzin, and he led the party into victory in 2016. he put in place certain strategies to be how to reach out to the grassroots, how you audit yen constituency polling station album and get everybody on board. Enti yezi damun common and other common obobua ema party etum ejina. Dem ramaken etim na comes or kubiem. Factions are normal in all politics because there are always power blocks in all serious political parties. But it is how those power blocks work together. Unity is not the absence of faction.
Okay.
Unity is not the absence of faction or different opinions. Unity is where all shades of opinion agree to work together for the good of the party. And, you know, we've discussed a lot, and I'm sure that he would also provide the needed leadership that would give us that kind of vision. And then eventually make sure that young flag bearer Enya Igwan in the region. And you know, Bakaya 2016, Nana Akufo-Addo won 22 out of 23 constituencies in Central Region.
And what happened?
And then we won 19 out of 23 constituencies. And in 2024, Nana Akufo-Addo won 19 out of 23 constituencies. It's a parliamentary that we lost because of the moment say skirt and blouse and some seminar. The same problem. But 2020 elections, Akufo-Addo won Central Region 19 seats out of 23 seats. And in 2016, he won 22 seats out of 23 seats. The only constituency Akufo-Addo lost in 2016 was Kayi. All other constituencies Akufo-Addo won. And you know, we have the benefit of history. The history, which is anytime there is unity of purpose, nkunyimziba.
Then kabumwa.
Nkabumwa ba nkunyimziba. And you know, ejesibu wire krado. Nkoma yezi ndi de nyina no wire krado. Nya da mabri na okede eyi two man eyi anto man debi. Onyina adwin mu kra. Ye be ye candidate search. How candidates wobotum wa aboa na yetum yenye seats. How executives no wobotum wa ka won wa bom na yetum ya ye dwumazen because executives ka won bom na resources no tum kofom okofom nso a ozi vote no ozreba inti dam anamontu nyina no yebotu. Of course, in this politics, you know, constituency be anywhere, BBI 100%. Inti oya yen nyina he na says ameme ka ho bi. Obia ka ho bi to ensure that as it be a che bia no yetum na ye straighten. Inti no largely no that was why he visited.
Okay. Remember, Osahene has piloted the ship in Parliament with commendable prudence, energy, and resilience. He is without doubt our surest bet for the position he occupies, minority leader of the NPP. Let's give time some time. Manche Bruce II in Takrady. So let me come to Parliament. Leadership changes with your main opponent. No, your own one.
No, I am one because during the Easter now before or after, I had indication that Ayeka Opedoko Abem.
Okay.
Yeah, he prefers to be a minister. And so, well, in government, you know, beyond the I mean, they, you know, as a minister, mama, obey it's in part of major minister. Mimpeda me a minister. Mimpeda me a more parliament. Obiso a parliament, Jumano, on Shadam, Opedo a minister. And you know, so busy Opedo a minister. Now, Ebia, a benefit there, Obutu will create cabinet portfolio, mana. I think that's what they've done. It is gov one abɛn one decision ahɛn ne sɛ ɔyɛ hɛn asɛm ahɛn yɛzi dɛ yɛbɛ deliver majority seats come 2028. So
and yeah, Galgan tempted then.
Oh, I have a great deal of respect for him. We entered parliament together.
Okay.
He's a great advocate. I respect him. No bunimpa. The Ibua mezima Ayeka no. The me Ibuna na meziba man. Enyiza mezima Ayeka. The me enyiza na meziba man. Sebio egwana Albert na do matna do da. Samanfe enyiza megwana. Menyim nyimpa obe menyizi. Nti enyizi ze meziba megwana. But politics mesema otse no enyo bia na otase enu odubia ranko kakra na heated exchange na obado no enkrofo fi de ni nyina anye politics no, but about 95% of yan nkomozin oye kukum.
Okay.
Nti no sometimes people say menya Ayeka yeku menya Ayeka, we get along so well. We get along. I mean, I see him as an excellent gentleman who will not hide his feelings. Ayeka ya obia onfa sem nhyenu. All right, say bibinya, he will say it. Though leader, this one I was not happy with you, and we get along. After all, I have my party, he has his party. We always have a clear understanding that this bit we have a disagreement, so we'll make our case. It's normal. So as for the heated exchange, or a part of the game of politics, but there are a lot of things on governance, national security. We agree behind closed doors, and we know that look, this one, let it go.
Okay.
Even when it comes to the lawmaking process, we enrich the law. Sometimes they will bring proposals, we will file amendments, and they will agree largely to everything. I remember the last enactment. On the non-custodial sentencing regime, the community service bill. Almost all the amendments we proposed, they accepted them. Okay, so
there's collaboration.
We collaborate, we coordinate, we work together.
Talking about,
I think that with Ayeka coming, we would have the same level of cooperation and even make it better. But of course, there are partisan lines where we would not compromise. I don't expect him to compromise on strong policy position of his government. I know he also doesn't expect me to compromise on a strong policy position of my party. And in our party, we have formed a tripod now. Flag bearer, parliament, and the party. So everything that we do under the direction of the flag bearer and the tripod, it goes to the policy coordinating committee. So once there is a collective decision by the party, the minority leader has no say. His duty is to advocate the position
of the tripod.
And that is it. In the process, people may see you as coming across as being abrasive.
Remember that right word is abrasive. Greetings to Osahene Kwame Afenyo marking he's doing more than enough to help the party come back to power. PK Sapon says, good morning. The citizenry traded color for black and white. Now it's clear the NPP is the best option. Minority leader has given his all, and it's incumbent on every member and sympathizer to work tirelessly for Dr. Baumia, and that is Samuel Brian Boabing and Abaye. Afenyo has demonstrated that he has grown into the big shoes that was given to him. The NPP can recapture power if the members unite and rather put their shoulders to the wheel. I wish the newly elected regional executives well, especially Ignatius Efrifa, aka Acoustics, the Western Regional Chairman, Ayeka Ponsa Boateng, tax expert, Enode Ebai. The red, blue, and white is rising again, and some of us are committed and motivated to see to its reality. Kudos to my junior Absu or Sahin, Action Kote, Sampine, Enede, and Ebai. And then Chairman General, I can tell you Central Region MPP is more united for victory. With regards to what I'm seeing in my own Esikuma Dobin Brakwa, I urge the new executives to visit and help address issues in other constituencies like Agona West and bring back our seats. Kwesi Reynolds in Agona Odobing Sasa. Tell Osahene when propaganda and lies overshadow facts and truth, you have a situation where free SHS is sacrificed for free Nkukon Kiting, Agenda 111 sacrifice for 24-hour market, and digitalization sacrifice for insultalization. The way to go, strengthening our communication to counter propaganda and lies with facts and truth. Second, let us give assurance to the party faithful that they will not be forgotten when we come to power. Sasa Enedi Nobai, some of the thoughts from my dear listeners. And then, Mpacho, 1 minute. Okay. Tell your guest the problem with the MPP's lack of communication. They fail to tell the electorate their achievements. The strength of a chain is dependent on the weakest link. I wish him well. Odeshi Ajabing in Hacho. Tell Kwamina Afenyo Markin he is my crush. Complete. Please tell Afenyo Markin. John Mahama has introduced 24-hour economy. What does he say? Elizabeth brings that one. Afenyo Markin is a fine gentleman and a good lawyer, but lately his conduct and political approach needs reflection. He should tone down the political rhetoric, remain professional, and return to the Afenyo Markin we knew before becoming minority leader. He is young and promising with a bright future in the MPP. He should conduct himself accordingly. Musa Abatwa in Aswasi. Interesting. Musa, you're a strong NDC man. And I like the way...
He says I should tone down.
You know? Yeah, man.
Also, I should tone down. So I should be drinking tea. With them watching them Krofokrana.
Then this one says, one key issue we must watch is the behavior, attitude, and character of those close around the flag bearer and who have his ears. They must not build a Chinese wall around him, but they should allow people to be able to access him, especially members of the party, so the flag bearer will be properly informed of what's on the grounds. MPP must win 2028 and we must never leave anything to chance. Justice Abeku Newton Ofeng. Apanya Seribim, but answer Seribim, just round this up for me. Micro minority, mighty micro minority. The majority always has his way anyway, and the minority still has his say. Mpotjobrim.
Chair.
Yes, sir.
So I can relate to some of the observations now, all listeners, was about communication. So the massive me abaka wahada. Mekade 2023. Remember studio ha. Them bring me a deputy leader. Yeah. And yaka communication wasam. Yeah. I pray that with the new dispensation, if Nyame Adum eventually yet to national elections in the na new chairman or any general secretary na organizer na mpanyimfo will take over na the starter, the new director of communications of the party will be given the needed space and direction and the strength and the cooperation to deliver, because political communication are very, very strategic. Me yo yadwen. Ebo tuma yenzema pi entuma nka was one who basically and there's also some funny thing about social media. People don't realize it. Oh yeah, NDC sets agenda. The young Krofuni P was echi. Last week here a democracy and attack demonstration. We had a very successful demonstration.
My friend and I asked nobody now.
Chairman Pocho. Chairman Pocho.
Oh, me too, Chiedo.
Yeah, demonstration no pepepe. Then this for set agenda. Agenda ni bi na aken. Agenda no. We could have straight away stayed on course. Hashtag ni ye democracy and attack. But sometimes wonder you know what the intricacy be na ebinum se zechi. Inti no zamotu makache mi nuanum nyina anye de consistency with political communication no a key.
Okay.
Yen stay on your message here. Enam ya no obi bowasom obi abakadam enam na se awre kawasem Owo maame oton pan no. Awo nso ton pan no. Wo maame oye petty trader. Ena oza atetew. Obi nso ne papa ye Oxford scholar. Na wanko school enwie. Ana wanbobra. Na so wo ye petty trader ne ba. Na se etuma akọ Oxford a. Onwe bien wan na odo twene yankompoa. Chama jena pocho. Enwan pa chana. Inti da mensemi nyina obaba. Wo be se wa horoba. Anope na make wo baby there. JH Mensa as minority leader. Back in the day, Dr. Tony Edu, Oshana Horoba, Oshe JH Mensa Horoba, and it was published graphic banner headline. JH Waboda Mensa. I remember I was a student at UCC. I remember reading that newspaper graphic. It's there. He a minority leader. Horoba no Obeshobi. You won't have it easy. JH, but he stayed the course. Okite 61. In 4 years, it became 102. Eba, a chairman Sabonsu, or your minority leader, 8 years. And Obeye, majority leader, 7 years, 4 months. Into altogether, in 15 years as a leader. 15 years, 1-5.
That's no joke.
No joke. It's in a deputy leader 2 years. Let the chief whip 6 years. Then in total, a leader for 23 years. That is the space the party gave him to lead. Now he had ups and downs. But he stayed the course. He made his first attempt in 2012 to give us majority in parliament. And the party retained him as a leader. Then by 2016, he delivered 169 for the party as a leader. Then he went on the next election. He stayed on till he himself retired from parliament. I'm saying there, I am aware of the challenges out there. Ejumanu on defom. You need to be calm when you have to be calm. And you need to be abrasive when you have to be abrasive. Because you are leading a side. Eruntum in Tinaho na u domina idzi wenenyim no nkofo njojo hon. Yenu men dizifo no what do be awoye sisifo. Hwene nan saying IMF, this is what they said. They said the 2026 Article 4 Consultation and Proposed Policy Coordination Instrument Report put domestic gold purchase program 2025 laws at over 1.7 billion. CD term now 22 billion, which is roughly 1.5% of yen GDP. So, gold board losses and IMF report 22 billion. Kojo Ponkroma Oka Wasam na a gold board for Shana Roba. Abena Oseasari a Oka Wasam Washana Roba. Musumaka Kebi was me ignorant.
What's in the position? I say, Record Gold Board Chief Executive Ura Sami Jemfi. I say, Afenyo Markin is being personal. He's a better friend, so I can understand. You can see the hatred and bitterness in his voice. Sami Jemfi, why are you?
Okay, so what did he also say about the IMF report itself, Chairman?
Okay, me too.
You see, time our opposition, he criticized everything. I don't think that Yenuano criticism or criticizing MPP for I criticize Onarankasa as an individual, even 1%. When it comes to the institution, I don't think the institution MPP are criticizing institution even 5%. You see, Chairman General, take this from me as my very honest view. This is me as a person. I'm young. I don't envy success because I have seen success. I celebrate success, so I don't envy success. If Gold Board is doing well, I will be one of the few or one of the many who would come and praise Gold Board.
But it's doing well,
but
is it not?
Gold Board is failing.
How?
Gold Board.
But I don't know why.
Gold Board is failing. It's not me who is saying it. It is the IMF that is saying it. Let's break it down. IMF is saying that the gold purchase program has led to a total of 22 billion losses. Now, if Gold Board is not failing, or if these losses are not true, why one minority ye raise the issue no? Now first the fees no are what you aggregators no. Now I will break this one down. Chairman General, Gold Board were a regulator and a buyer. One have the monopoly. The gold biano there small scale miners will go in one water. That is one, a buyer. Two, ones who will regulate. Now, aggregators now while engage one. What to gold in brown? They started by paying them 15%. When the minority raised this concern, that immediately Gold Board and Bank of Ghana held an emergency board meeting and reviewed the fees to 9%. That is the first point that the minority was vindicated.
From 15.
From 15. So it would be wrong for you to describe me as ignorant, petty, or bitter. Because if what I am saying is not true, why did you review the fees from 15% to 9%? Two, when we raised the issue on the floor, they did a further review from 9% to 5%. Then eventually the governor announced an exit by saying that the Bank of Ghana will not finance that transaction again. What they are doing now is that they are even budgeting, putting in the 2027 budget, the costs of financing this gold purchase program. We are yet to see the figures. So, Chairman, issue raise. We don't want anybody to attempt to trivialize it. Then people will be hired on social media, go and insult Afenyo market, go and insult Abno Sayasari. Abno Sayasari is a very respected legislator, member of parliament.
Okay.
On kasa keke. But you see, Yenyanum NDC for no. They criticized, yet when you are criticizing them, they get offended. They are rather being personal. Look, this is the most constructive opposition in parliament Ghana has ever had. We don't go personal. I want NDC ni biara, even on Pema Semumpono, to itemize one by one where I was personal in attacking personalities in their government. I showed them great deal of respect. From the president, to the ministers, to the chief executives of institutions, because I want to raise the issues. But as a leader in opposition, you don't expect me to be taking tea with you. Chair, there are a lot of things that we see, and because of the nature of those issues, we tell them in private that go and correct it. It's not everything we say in public, because we've been in government before. It's not everything that I know that I'll come and say, sit here and say because no here, amembu, you should know the limits. You should know the red lines. You should know the things that you say in public and things that you don't say in public. Gold Board is a very big scandal awaiting the nation if they don't listen to us. If they think we are being personal, the international institutions will start cracking the whip on them. There are things I know they don't know. Or there are things that they will tell us in opposition, they won't tell them in government. So when we are talking, they should listen. They shouldn't take them in penalty. Why? Mupocho, Chairman. Mupocho. At the risk of, I don't want to say something that Obi Hunka or the one who basically one day will boost. Ebaze na meshisho obiaze. Why? What is it that Obi the success you envy? Envy the person for what? Being bitter about what? I don't know. Yet. if anybody loves gold board, it is we, the minority.
What's one on your look?
Well, Chairman, Kojo Opon Nkrumah raised it. He was attacked. He's not an accountant. Gold board chief executive attacked him on TV3. He attacked him on Joy. News file. That Kojo is wrong. The records are there. Mumboni tape in chat.
But Kojo has a background in accounting.
Oh, well, what's on your accountant? Meanwhile, you become UCC.
Our background in accounting.
Hey, Abno Sayasari, chartered accountant.
Chartered accountant.
Why a minister of state? One more be cross social media sharp now, Robert Yaya. Abna was speaking from the IMF report. We are stakeholders. They meet with us. Look, when I was majority leader, Atu was the minority leader. There were a lot of things that I too knew. That's okay. How did he get to know? By becoming a minority leader, I now understand that some of these agencies, they will relate some of the wrongdoing in government and share report with you. But we go about it in a very civilized manner. We haven't gone out attacking an individual. Mr. Chairman, has any of us used a word that Osimesi is corrupt? No. We haven't said that. We would want to have a reason to say that a particular person is corrupt. I have not used that word. What we are saying is that the losses at Gold Board is a big scandal. It has to be fixed. Mpocho, Chairman, have you cited the IMF report?
Bits and pieces, yes.
Hasn't IMF said the losses in 2025 amounted to $1.7
billion?
If you convert it, or 22 billion cedis. So if I say that these are the losses, am I lying? Chairman.
IMF in Tasi.
Oh, to the extent that the Bank of Ghana has conceded and backed out of it. Do you know that even now there is tension between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board?
I
can tell you.
Gold Board is
Bank of Ghana says they won't allow them. There's a huge conflict. Gold Board has written to the banks. The Bank of Ghana has also written to the banks. Look, there's a whole theft war. So here's some Ayeka. We try to deal with the issues. And we try to deal with the issues, but never underrate the minority. A minority of even 5 out of 276, don't underrate them. Don't antagonize the minority. It's not by calling us names that will discredit us. But you listen to us. We don't hate you.
If Afenyo claims Gold Board is failing, while CEO Sami Jemfi says it is profitable and contributing to economic growth, the issue should be settled with facts. The CEO has challenged the minority to invite him to Parliament to account publicly, yet they continue making allegations in the media. If they are confident in their claims, they should invite him to Parliament and let the evidence speak. Musa Abatwa, Onozo Ono Bain.
Chairman, let's stay there before you read the next one. This is a very important thing. Musa, please listen and listen to me. Thank you for intervening. This is all we want as minority. Musa, the truth is, the evidence is that the IMF report that the 1.7 billion losses, Gold Board hasn't written to dispute it. If there is anybody to dispute, Gold Board must dispute that report. 2, Bank of Ghana has conceded. When the IMF finishes its report,
the Bank of Ghana,
Wajatum, when they finish their report, they give a draft. They don't just do all the data, information. It is our own institutions that give Bank of IMF. IMF, they don't sit somewhere and write where you will say that IMF, they don't understand.
The
same Gold Board chief executive, Chairman, by way of clarity, the same Gold Board chief executive is accusing the IMF there. The IMF doesn't understand the report they've written. But I'm saying that it cannot be that you are the only person. Itase, Obia and Itase. Bank of Ghana has accepted the findings of IMF.
Bank of Ghana, Wajatum.
That is why. Oh, come on, Chairman. Call the central bank. Call their communication. Anyway, why do you think that the governor came out to issue a public notice that the bank has pulled out of the gold purchase program. Why did the government pull out? The governor pull out? So when he raised the issue, they should stop saying there, now I challenge you. Challenge me with what? The report is there. In any event, Chairman, we brought a motion to Parliament and said that we should form a bipartisan committee to do a full hearing to look at the losses. Why did the majority block it? Now to Musa Abatwa. Musa, you are saying that Gold Board Chief Executive has challenged the minority. But your own majority in Parliament is blocking his coming to Parliament. How else do we invite him? It is only a parliamentary committee that can invite Gold Board. We do it through a motion adopted and carried by Parliament. Or the Parliament yet na ye debate na what you to me okay. No Gold Board in paying na one bra. Bank of Ghana in paying na one bra. One be explain the gold for reserve program because 22 billion losses being reported by IMF is huge. Or you're very serious. But the majority blocked it. We vote against us, they won't take. So if a chief executive of Gold Board now says that he is daring us, we should invite him. How do we invite him? Anyway, if he wants us to have a studio interview right here at Peace FM or any other platform, I am ready. My colleagues are ready. Our weapon is the IMF report. It is not us. I know that I don't understand gold business. But I have read and I understand and I have seen a report stating clearly that the transactions have resulted in losses in excess of $1.7 billion and then in excess of 22 billion cedis. I also know
IMF report, or your final report.
Yes, that's a final report signed and issued, released on your draft report. That's not a draft report. We are talking about the end of year 2025. And Chairman General, another point is the reason why the central bank has exited the program. The IMF issued some other warnings and queries to the government. Is the reason why the finance minister now wants to budget for the gold for reserve program in the 2027 budget. So our stakeholders have raised serious concerns. The IMF, World Bank, all these multilateral institutions that we deal with have raised their concerns. They've issued their final report. So why are you accusing the minority? What have we done? Look, Justice Arabe Sabat Tokonu, what's it? She did not account for an impress of $4,000, which was given to her to travel to Zambia or Tanzania. She has lost her job. I am saying that we are today being accused for commenting on a final report. A final reporter, Obia into Munkade or challenge. Obi $4,000, she lost her job as a chief justice. My brother, chief executive of Gold Board, he was on Joy FM firing at Arabe Sabatokonu when Cecilia Dapa, an accomplished woman, then as a minister of state, ne house girl Korea Nazi, they made a case out of it as if Sebe Mami Ombo brother, she had to resign. If today the institution that you supervise, you should pretend over, has incurred losses of 22 billion cedis, and this is the IMF report saying this, and Ayeka wants some Isha Chair, all I want to say is this: the report is a final report on your draft report. On your draft report, it's a final IMF, one final, and it's on their website. They have made it public. And for emphasis, what challenge, or Article 4, consultation and proposed policy coordination instrument report put on the domestic gold purchase program 2025 losses. That is that bit of the report captured in the by IMF. So it's not me. Onya me na mimpio binasam. Onya MPP for na why jealous. Onya MPP for na why bitter. But my brother, these losses are huge. They should rather defend why the losses. Into gold is abokao. Gold what on wabokao, chairman. Gold.
Menyimento
Me piache de gold se into gold na bokawa na enyim gozi. Titi yene janum yene mpanyimfo a wodi gold igozi no wan bokao. Inkozi gold ikaw na mbokao na chede imzigo ni ye. And that is what the IMF is saying.
10 minutes to 11, studio this morning. Alexander Afenyo marking, Kwame na Afenyo marking, minority leader, member of parliament, Efutu, and I NNH Commander Master P from London says greetings to Afenyo marking, and a few here. Afenyo is wise and sensible. I appreciate your submission, Paul. Afenyo is in a different class. I hope Musa Abattoir now understands, and then. There's another one who's I'm saying confirm with the attempt. Where name with the home?
Attempt the day now, chairman. Yes, no. I go NDC asemwa.
Attend you know
no TikTok. No mo say attempt the day chairman me show. Camilla Al Hassan or the prison because Sebi we call the day attempt. Your friend saying akwabi your friend Kwame Nkrumah the second. Omu jelino. Last year, so on your politician, on your MPP, Nintin Google it. Your friend Kwame Nkrumah, the second. Nidia was TikTok, no.
Okay.
Or jail. Okay. Look, our friends in government, be tolerant. Munya botre. Of course, I don't like insults. I believe that insults shouldn't be part of our politics. And that is why I don't insult, I don't use foul language, and I will never use it. If for any reason by mistake I use foul language, I would apologize. But NDC, for consistently, they are in government, but they are behaving like they are in opposition. They use foul language. Either they would engage somebody somewhere in another jurisdiction to insult you, or they will get TikTokers to insult you, but you are in government. And one was it that was a robber on yet. Okoto de Nbojo yesa. Okoto de Nbojo. Mudi attempt obia e wo Ghana. Asem obi nkaye mpo mutumi kukru ekato no so. Sebe. Edum mo so a na mo de mo se motai apai. Ba me de enya attempt de e na bebu mabam. Esan se empanifo no mudi menim be somye as minority leaders no. Omo konsohwem. Enti meka me de opia dia opese wo ye bia no betumi de ayemi. Na otumfo na ka se embre eni nkaso je mark ni ya ana
ai
na zan bi bitna aban mu 8 years ana
no
8 years em betwe manko
abesinko
sesi omo si omo egu MPP won omo pia sesi ami medi 48 NDC omo pia omo transfer 20 years omo be se ebe ko position na medi 68 na medi 70 wo di 20 years e come mfie ho a I will be 68 sayame ma me nkwa 20 years ember. Eyana nansenya na kufo nwini ye. Ana ye tumobro hunfu eje no. Eyano a. Me ba o. Eyana nansenya
26 years ago.
Wo ma chake me. Eyana nansenya
26 years ago.
26 won.
Yeah. 2000.
Tema. O defo kra ni mre o. Nti ye nuanom no se bibisa na ye ka ho asemo a. Omunya abotre minim se sometime power na ede. Minim yenya ye tasty bida but ya na weti ho kakra because echina wo ho me de ensem bi wo amim bia ma no nka da wo mia me kokra me nka ba me person mo ti ase se echina wo ho. Let's build relationship, let's love one another, let's understand and accept say you criticize what is for the good of what we echina. Now you know post regime accountability, it can be traumatizing they should start thinking about post-regime accountability. Post-regime accountability. Men yo mo doko. Na say MPP for you win in 2016. And Kofo say 1 million votes. Hey, Akufo they win 1 million votes. MPP there and NDC egu. Na ye kura 169. Ekoyetrim. Ebinum ye mistake. There were excesses. Mijitum. 2020. Ye hu yan say ye 169 na so ayete ate 137. Ye hu yan say presidential vote no so at half it. Inti say ndena who kra 1.7 million or say 1.5 million. Who kra 189. Who dey to true sim bia nya abotre. Na bi e kina me Afenyo ma kina wudidi matemi. Ube hia me na me ne Dr. Baomi akasa. Another attorney general beba no. My friend is ominia. Twaso nya abotre. Me can say don't ensure accountability o. Yenya ya kwa bemu. Inti wonfum so bia obetumi ahwehwem. But do it with a human face.
Let's go to
Yoko. Now we see Kofa Ejapade 50 million cash. Okafo we bra na ya chewa na jo. Hwade omudi ya miracles abuaji and they won to me or the jail not because he's done galamsey chairman. I need to put this case across. Me my kind judgment 3 times. I don't see the need to read it the 4th time. I've read the judgment 3 times. Nowhere in the charge sheet, nowhere in the judgment is there stated they want to make did galamsey. Must you uncle 20 years? We must see where Obieko 2 gold will wound to me as so. One can say wound to me near Dean Crawford Koye.
Yes, yes, on my home
without any paper. Do they need evidence? Chairman.
Well,
Chairman. Okoto Dianibujo. Justice must be seen to be done. You know, media, ABA would the propaganda no, and they would make to me, I say you obedient. But at China, no one is out to me, I would be a propaganda. Into say, no, say a kasa. Maybe they should tolerate our noise. ABA bebo one kasa.
Greetings to my MP Osahin Afenyo, and it's a pleasure listening to him. Kosa Bentel Awoshi in Accra. This one says, greetings to my Akonta Osahin from Charles in Kede. Tell Osahin the NDC is an embodiment of a walking contradiction. Power, like alcohol, is a great equivocator. It provokes the desire and takes away the performance. An anticipation of death is worse than death itself. Tomorrow is pregnant. Sasa and no abaye. It's almost 11. If we gotta go, we'll go. And then this one says, so Afenyo agrees that poor communication cost the NPP 2024. Well, yes, he's alluded to that already here. Say, Kayi, Kahom, and nearby. Afenyo, quick question. Me pese beko Nana ya janto di natem.
Never.
Oka say tiano.
Never.
Oka say oye nobody.
Mean to me yes ada.
One ka bibi asa.
Mpacho bomi tape no. Mpacho me response ani tape no dia Ayeka ye ohobo sebe oye peni oye mami moa yes ana edit me. But tape no say dia medical aka no. Yenu anu NDC for no a part of propaganda bia omo ye say enam say ye demo no aye successful no omo fa bibi entom framem and I leave everything to her own good conscience. I mean tape no if our tape bia I just say sebi bebia me tipen eduya ye de party ahye mensa e wo parliament sebi minim se metumi ayem from so de ba sebe metumi ahwe o maami pani anim akasa de a omumbo tape no
ntinya no kwe
man nyina wo chance wo de research de wo ye ntem bumbo tape no maami because you see I was also deliberate in my choice of words. Where the be a free man buy no man can out of emotion, me can out of deliberate communication style.
Talking about
wait.
Okay, what you have to say one kind of say. Talking about communication style, Obisimen Kancho say, tell Kwame now this morning the English has been too much. Especially on some of the very pertinent matters. Example, the Gold Board IMF issue. I love Kwame now, but for a tree program, this passes for quote unquote poor communication. Okay, also wajatum ojitum. I say owie no person dey kakra epim me say me na me ye.
Che. America in there. Yen egusi gold na gold board for ton.
Wonzi gold mboka.
Gold ka na abada hon. Osododo. One ton gold mboka. And on ya ahen parliament minority for na yara kade gold board abokaw yembo yeni trimi bi na yerka oya IMF for won enum sama nwa atwa aban ajatum chama miss du bi o
aban
ajatum oninti na governor oba out to issue statement there says ya no efi azinum ibi o nsuso ya sha za yerka wasem no fees no sha ase wo 15% oha inchem doenum no osododo ye ka ho asem no wo ba pado be hyehyɛ ahoroba nanso wo free board meeting na wo ko review yi wo de ade no ba 9%. Enti wona na ka kohwesem Musa Batwa me pede me bi say no on find out from Gold Board whether there ye ba out no when review fees no to 9% and what the crop 5%. Enti send there ye ka ho asem a one jintum that them 22 billion cedis no or yes you can't wobotu was a complete agenda 111 wobotu mo dey create opportunity ma won youth no because NDC youth when you juma NDC youth pi na ra wo di party echi won kasa won impayinfo kakra na words there.
Well, anyway, so for paying Nicholas Duncan Williams, us yambon pay my Gold Board.
Wajatum
because Gold Board was it sumboni bi na honhomboni bi kan wechi.
Open video no. Chairman.
Yes, the payable better way.
Minority.
No.
Mighty minority. Sa akoyisem na yereka. No do sofo Duncan Williams ne zo kan so akoyisem ana.
On us in pay.
Sure, but okay BB answer no campaign. Us there Gold Board BB read then us movement be under your pain. Okay kase bi anamwa. Enti se bibia recorda empa no hia
ebia was here fortification
so that
ebia we gina won now into warobon empa there were 45 one.
Oh, you see no kware yakor IMF one report here I share there Gold Board about 22 billion cedis in
IMF one tase.
But Aben sign report no. Finance Minister no onye a Bank of Ghana. Anyway, Chairman, ebisa akasema minchim. Say IMF for your one report we are. What the kind was a draft. I've been in government before, don't me a minister. But some of these meetings matter me be that. Say IMF for your one report we are.
No.
Was a drafting like all audit reports. Was the drafting ba Aben enyim. The yen discuss. Ama entasi edwuma ansana nwa sign off. There are some criteria be threshold be na nzama be ebi aban botuma akado no dem figure yenjin tum oyedem make a show there report no Gold Board chief executive rekade IMF for 1000 ona na ben na sebio ozi anobano no aben na ajatum nti akoyisem no won chairman. So if IMF into Gold Board issue nasa eba ndinti na aben in church minchira IMF eba ndinti na aben ajatum there IMF report no wesom nti asem ni yem fancy ye na nwombom wonye ne personal because won na wo ya ne personal won na wo ya ne personal wo de shahoroba anyen yen shahoroba in losses in a year sound alarm. The them 22 billion in Chebutum's hospitals. It's a schools. It's a creating kukonket and getting more. Nazama ufu soldiers na when you cook on the more na So obokum bi wa aye nkwa na was aye nkwa.
Kwame na pay me das. Nkwa na bem de na chere kwam zo.
No, say nkwa na asem no ye agreed minister na okay.
Enyo make.
Ose nkukon keten. Ne party members no once we kunkum nkukon was aye nkwa ma wa send videos ama. Mpojo atmasa. Now since more party full soldiers wonya nkukon ni bi awen. Say losses is say sekani bi wo ho a. Wo botum na was atonkukon keten mo. Na was aboa full soldiers no. Inti na inya na yere twa asam ato gold board wondo. Ibi na also for Duncan Williams working. Ono so wanye na yadwen.
Well.
Inti minority adwuma is oye nyimye mom na mhiem so ye yam paibo. Chairman.
Oh yam paibo.
Oh minority ye yam paibo. Ye yam paibo because za oye obanyan do no na attacks no na no yesho. Nyankopon na no bobo yan ban. And maka kire me nua opon kroma and onye abnose asare. Now all members of the mighty minority caucus there wonjina wanado mama arubehye bi embo hu what the arrest threat won so a watch wa e baazi bi o chairman azukruso aye bre won ho caucus members wo bro
baazi me
we one more shut up
mo shut up
ni arrest ne munchino na wa seda wa ma wonyanko bi afro na wa ma obi afro bi de wo bechi wo we ko raise bi wo bibi wo ho na what the threaten MPs every day che menda every day I get calls me colleagues some report adin bi o committee mpo or make a contribution or threaten it's not easy o chairman in we dey about to them it's not easy young crowd the way they are using the power the way I will use the power maybe said that should be yen no NDC for fi aben mu a za what ye binumi can they even contain 5% of it? An MP raising an issue is threatened. The Okrampo no minister no there was this thing it's as you call inti anyedia you will be investigated then the obi owa osronyo bia na owa kokodu chairman nyo bia na owa kokodu na why edi why embazinta politics or dem no do do.
Baby said now who cause him?
Indeed, the person is right.
Now who cause him?
Who cause him?
Kwame,
we cause him.
And I pay me dasi.
Masu me dawasi.
And obi say answer about kono. ACBB the things we cherish melt. Also cool too many bio.
Man, I'm not in the spirit.
But I wanna hear them. You created them. Obviously.
Tell him like an ice block. But that day, no, I think Sam George, that which we cherish melts. I just said it, that which we cherish melts.